of Orangeburg Consolidated School District 5, Board of Trustees, faculty and staff of this great district, contestants, families, friends, and community members. I am Matthew Frederick, 2015 OCSD5 Martin Luther King Jr. Oratory Competition runner-up. Tonight, I stand before you in a different place than I did last year. Last year, this time, I was nervously awaiting my chance to deliver my oratory speech. I had practiced so much that even my mother knew my entire speech. And tonight, she probably knows this one too. But as the night ended and I stood on stage as one of the 2 finalists, I realized that all of the hard work paid off. Each of the contestants here have experienced class level and school level competitions. And tonight, they will share with you what they have written for this competition. Contestants, I know there are a number of thoughts running through your head, but as someone who has sat where you are sitting, allow me to offer you some words of encouragement. Do your best, and the rest will take care of itself. In my eyes, you are all winners already. So tonight, I welcome each of you to our 3rd annual oratory competition. Yes, you are in for a treat. So sit back, if you can, and enjoy these young orators.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Justin Simpson, and I am a student at Sheridan Elementary School. Today, I will be reciting a speech entitled Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Effective Dream. Even though Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has passed, his spirit and dreams still live on in me. Some of his inspirational dreams have made a difference in the world today. Now, I will share 3 opportunities I have because of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The first belief he had was that we should have an equal education. Now, I can befriend kids who are different. I also can learn from diverse teachers who take care about their students. Thank you, Ms. Coulter. Thank you, Ms. Dixon. Thank you, Dr. Williams. The second belief he had was that we should be treated alike in the workplace. This also includes having equal pay. Now, when I get older, I will be treated like my fellow co-workers. Also, finally, the third belief he had was that we should be able to voice and express how we feel, whether it be voting or protesting. Currently, I can use my voice to speak up to bullies. Also, in the future, I will vote for leaders. To conclude, I will recite a poem by Eileen Spinelli. He had a dream. He understood the sturdy grace of brotherhood. He had a dream that simple joy would gently bless each girl and boy. He shared his dream. His wise words shone. Join hands. Join hands. Join hands. We cannot walk alone. He had a dream. All hearts can sing. This is our hope. Let freedom ring. This is his dream. Thank you.
I can achieve any dream that I want because of one special man. That man is the one and only Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Because of him, all of the little black girls and little black boys can play with little white girls. The speech, I Have a Dream, helped get a law passed that protected the civil rights of all Americans. It also gave blacks confidence that we can achieve greatness and befriend our fellow whites. Dr. King once said, everybody can be great because anyone can serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. This says a lot. Everyone can be great, which means everyone has a choice. You have a choice. You have a choice. We all have a choice. And I choose to be great. I can achieve anything I want in life, not just because of my work effort, but also because I have an equal opportunity just like anyone else. I will no longer be discriminated against or looked down upon because of my ethnic background, because I have a choice. Just as Dr. King had a dream for a better tomorrow, I too have a dream. My dream is to be a Secret Service agent and protect the President of the United States of America. Long ago, blacks couldn't even come close to the White House, much less protect the President. Our jobs back then were cooking, cleaning, and yard maintenance. But now, because of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I am greatness. I am the next Secret Service agent that will protect our President. I am the next lawyer, doctor, teacher, congressman. I am the voice of tomorrow. I am the CEO for a Fortune 500 company. Dr. King once said, I have been to the mountaintop. And that is true for him, but I want you to know that on tonight, I am just beginning to climb. Because of Dr. King, my greatness has just begun to shine. So remember, whenever you find yourself doubting if you can go on, just remember how far we have come. Remember everything we have faced, all the battles and marches we have won, and all the fears we have overcome. Raise your head high and forge on forward, knowing that you are greatness and that you can achieve anything you put your mind to because of what Dr. King did achieve. Thank you.
When you look at me or my classmates, what do you see? Do you see future thugs or future teachers? Do you see future prisoners or future professors? I'm very sad about how children are looked at in this world. Sometimes we children are getting treated just like ants. Instead of getting treated, we get tricked. Instead of getting kisses, we get kicked. Man, it's a hard knock life for us. Do y'all feel me? Yeah. Well, Annie had a happy ending. Why? Because someone stepped in and saw treasure when others saw trash. All of us can achieve our dreams when someone sees the light in us, just like Dr. King did for you and me. Adults, you have to stop judging children like me according to the neighborhood we come from and the clothes we wear outside of school. I am not a product of my environment. I'm a product of my mindset. We've got to stop looking at children on the outside and start paying attention to what's on the inside, just like Dr. King did for you and me. And because Dr. King saw the greatest in blacks beyond what was on the outside, I can achieve my dreams now too. It's easy to talk about the killers, the thieves, and the drug dealers. We know they're bad, but what about the grown folks who choose to judge me by my shoes instead of by my capabilities? I represent 7,000 students who believe that if we had at least one adult that was crazy about us, we can turn this world upside down. That's all it took with Dr. King. He was just one adult, one man, and one person with a big dream. A dream that saw kids being their hard knock life. Because of what Dr. King achieved with this dream, I can A, accept challenge, do what's never been done, and B, believe
of my excellent education brought to an part by MLK Elementary School. F, forget negative comments, and G, go the distance so you can say H, hallelujah, when I reach my goal. I will be an I, inspiration to others, and never be J, jealous of others when they do great things, because nothing can keep me from reaching the fullness of the greatness in me. Dr. King showed L, love for everyone in order to M, motivate people to N, never let all other people rob you of your destiny. I am an S, star, and it is my T, time to shine. We must unite so we can all have the victory, because we can only win when we all work together. We are not the X generation because we know who we are and whose we are. So when people tell me I never amount to anything, I will look at them and say, why? Yes, I can, and be zealous about going after my dreams. Now I know my ABCs. Tell me what you think of me. Tell me I'm not an X. Now, born on purpose, for a purpose, and that is to change my generation. Thank you, Dr. King, for setting the standard.
If there is one person in this world that I wish I could have met in person, it would have been the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Throughout my life, I've heard the name Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his many accomplishments to make this world a better place. The more I learn about him, the more I want to learn about him. Did you know Dr. King joined a boycott that lasted 385 days, and the situation became so tense his house was bombed? Dr. King was arrested during this campaign, which ended with a United States court district ruling, Browder versus Gale, ending all racist segregation on Montgomery public buses. Did you know Dr. King and many others founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference? Did you know Dr. King has won more than 50 honorary awards in U.S. colleges and universities, besides winning the 1964 Nobel Peace Prize? Did you know more than 750 cities have streets named after Dr. King? That means you can't go anywhere without seeing his name. And the did you know list goes on and on and on. Because Reverend Dr. King achieved so much in his life, I believe I can do what he did. If I believe like he believed, if I commit like he committed, then I can accomplish my goals in life. I believe Dr. King was handpicked and chosen by God himself to do great things. I am sure there are days when Dr. King wanted to throw in the towel and call it quits. In my mind, I can hear him saying, "You didn't bring me this far to leave me." I can hear him saying, "Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I'm tired, I'm weak, I'm alone, through the storm, through the night. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me to the light." I have been taught that no one chooses their labor of suffering in life. That's why I can boldly say that Dr. King was chosen by God. And those who are chosen, they are called. And those who are called, they are justified. And those who are justified, they are glorified. Oh yes, Dr. King had a dream. Look around. We all have that dream. Now look at me.
life. In other words, they have paved the way. All we need is a good dose of Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Lean not to thy own understanding, and always acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. In the words of that old spiritual song, somehow, we got to make this journey somehow. As I live my life, I don't want to concern about making history. I want to make a difference. If I can help somebody along the way, like Dr. King did, if I can help somebody become a better person, like Dr. King did, then my living shall not be in vain. Thank you.
What's that you say? What can I achieve in my lifetime because of Dr. King achieved in his? I could think of numerous things. He was a motivator. He encouraged people to fight for what they believed in. He led marches and protests. He was a very influential person. And when he spoke, his voice commanded attention. He said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. This simply meant that you have to commit to excellence without any excuses. That's why I try very hard to encourage my friends. Sometimes all you need is someone to believe in you. Martin Luther King Jr. achieved awards, accolades, and special recognitions. Not only did he achieve these during his lifetime, but also after his death. Some of these consist of Times Person of the Year, 1963, Nobel Peace Prize, 1964, Grammy Award for Best Spoken Word Album, 1971, and Congressional Gold Medal, 2004, just to name a few. My accomplishments have not been as grand as his yet, but one day they will be, because Martin Luther King has paved the way for me to do great things. So listen to me as I order the great steps that I have already taken because of his words. First, I have had perfect attendance. Second, I have been named Student of the Week. Third, I have been on the principal's list. And fourth, I have been named Student of the Year at my church in 2014. Because of his achievements, I can stand on his shoulders and become the next fashion designer. Like Jason Wu is for our First Lady, Michelle Obama, an African American like me who made it because of Martin Luther King's marches of equality. We all know he strived for whites and blacks to be together. He said, I say to you today, my friends, that even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. Because we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. Now, I can stand on his shoulders and say we started from the bottom, but now we are here. This is 2016. Race wars that he fought still going on. When a young white man is entering a church, killing 9 innocent black people worshiping the Lord. But we can take back the real dream. Martin Luther King said, stop the violence. My grandparents were there during the segregation of schools while the dream wasn't a reality. However, my parents were able to go to school with all types of people and go into the workforce to be what they wanted to be. So the dream came alive. I now have more opportunities than I can fathom. Now, I can stand on his shoulders and speak to you. I will take more steps as I achieve greatness. Because he led others, I can be a pioneer. Because he spoke out, I too have something to say. Because he shouted, no fear. I am here. See, I've ordered my steps in his word. I've ordered my steps in his word. I've ordered my steps in his word. Thank you.
ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I'm here to answer a very important question. What can I achieve? Based on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s achievements in 1955 during the Civil Rights Movement, my peers and I can now attend Dover Elementary. Together. That's right, all of us coming from different backgrounds and cultures. My peers and I can walk hand in hand, whether they're African American, Caucasian, or Asian, and I'm very proud of that fact. Also because of Dr. King, I don't have to do what Rosa Parks was asked to do on December 1st and sit the back of the bus. I can sit at the front, the middle, or the back if I choose to do so. You know what else I can do? I can go to Ruby Tuesdays, Fats, or Applebee's and not have to worry about where I'm going to sit due to the color of my skin. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. did many things, and because of this, I'll be able to vote for my mayor, my governor, my commander-in-chief. I can also become a doctor, a lawyer, or a teacher who can and who will provide for my family someday. It's good to know that the Constitution of the United States declares that all men are created equal. So next time you look at someone differently, remember that segregation is over. However, there are still some people who look at African Americans differently. They judge us by the color of our skin, when we should be judged by the content of our character. But on second thought, we shouldn't be judged at all. For our only true judge is Jesus Christ himself. But I'll say that's for another time, because y'all ain't ready for that. In closing, in my opinion, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was one of the greatest civil rights leaders of all times. Dr. King had a dream, and so do I. My dream is to become a successful recording artist who will strive for change and improve the lives of others. My dream will become reality. You know why? Because I have hard work, perseverance, determination, and dedication. I will overcome. You will overcome. My sisters, my brothers will overcome. We all shall overcome. Someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe.
Population. People shooting others for no reason. For example, the Emmanuel 9 shooting in Charleston. Cops shooting innocent people, and people shooting innocent cops. What has our society been reduced to? Well, I choose to be different. Therefore, I will make a difference. I will take on the challenge to become educated in a society where violence, bullying, sex, and other negative aspects has become prevalent in our communities. Dr. King fought for peace and nonviolence, so we could be free. But the more I think about it, are we really free? Look at all of the injustice, all of the hatred in our society that is destroying this country and all of its accomplishments. We must learn to live by the words of the great
of those things that have destroyed Dr. King's dream. Who would have imagined that on January 15th, 1929, the world would be introduced to a man that proved to be so remarkable, a leading civil rights activist, minister, a man who played such a pivotal role in ending the legal segregation of African American citizens, opening doors for you, and you. Actually, each and every person who is able to hear the sound of my voice. I don't know about you, but my dreams, my goals, my aspirations will prevail through those same doors great Dr. King worked so hard to open. Dr. King, a man in his own rights, proved to be so powerful, beginning in the late 1950s, ending almost 15 years later, was able to lead thousands through an era that was truly hateful, and even more violent. And because of this, I have a chance. I have a chance to live, love, and learn with my neighbors regardless of race or culture. You see, Dr. King had a dream so I could dream. And believe me, my dreams are unlimited. I dream of being a judge one day. And in order to become a judge, I have to be able to display qualities that stand apart from ordinary. So therefore, I strive daily to be extraordinary. I dream of being a man that will walk freely through the doors which have been opened by great Dr. King. Despite all adversities, violence won't stop me, racism won't stop me, hatred won't stop me. As you can see, there aren't any obstacles that I can foresee that will stop me. I dream of being a man that my family would be proud of. I actually dream of being a man that all of you and much more would be proud of. Now, I know that many of you couldn't have imagined Dr. King becoming such an awesome leader, but I hope that each of you will believe in me and know that another great man was born into this world on April 11th, 2005, and his name is Xavier Sebastian Anthony. No. Let me rephrase that. The future honorable Xavier Sebastian Anthony. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice evening.
I am continuing the dream. Continuing the dream. My name is Tamia Yarbrough, and I stand here tonight to answer the question, what can I achieve in my lifetime because of what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. achieved in his? What does it mean to achieve? Achieve means to reach or attain by effort, skill, or courage. Because of what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. achieved in his lifetime, I can achieve anything that I desire. I can become a legacy of leadership. I know not to judge people by their skin color, but I can become a Supreme Court judge despite my gender or my skin color. I am continuing the dream. I know if it wasn't for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I would have been denied some of the educational opportunities that are available to me. Therefore, because of what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. achieved in his lifetime, I strive to succeed in my educational pursuits. I am continuing the dream. Black did not always sleep in flowery beds of ease. They did not sleep the morning late or get up when they please. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once stated, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Because of what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. achieved in his lifetime, I can use my
We're down to 2. And then there were 2. Coming in second place, congratulations goes to Rivlon's representative, Tamia Yarborough. Congratulations, Tamia, in second place. And our first place winner for this year's 2015-2016 Martin Luther King Jr. Oratory Contest. First place goes to Whitaker Elementary, Xavier Anthony.
Looking good. I say your gift. It looks good. Work your grace. Embrace your grace. Yes. God has placed you. Now where?
It's not over. It's not over. May I have your attention, please? We will have our final remarks by Superintendent Dr. Jesse Washington. Hold still.
Competition is one of the special occasions throughout the year that our students really get an opportunity to shine. I'd like to thank Senator Matthews for taking time out of his schedule. Once again, if I could recognize my board members, would you all please stand? Without your support, none of this would be possible. To all of the contestants, you all did an awesome job tonight. Pictures, audience, you've been wonderful tonight. Thank you all for coming and to supporting our Orangeburg Consolidated School District 5 students. Thank you all.